Think you need a perfect climate or a green thumb to grow fruit? Think again. These rugged, no-fuss fruits thrive almost anywhere. No farm, no fancy soil, no experience required. They're nature's tough survivors, and they're ready to feed you. Number 12. Grapes. Let's start with something surprising. Grapes? You're probably thinking, don't you need a vineyard, fancy soil, and years of expertise? Nope. That's just what the wine industry wants you to believe. In reality, grapes are some of the most adaptable fruits on Earth. They've been growing wild from Canada to Mexico for thousands of years. No pampering required. Here's what commercial growers don't want you to know. There are cold-hardy grape varieties, like Marquette, Frontenac, and Concord, that can survive -30°F winters and still produce tons of fruit. These vines don't need a Mediterranean climate, just dirt, water, and something to climb. Once established, grapevines are practically self-sufficient. They'll climb fences, trees, or trellises, find their own water, and keep producing for decades. You plant them once, and your grandkids will still be harvesting grapes. And space? Not a problem. Grapes can grow along fences, walls, or even in containers. One healthy vine can yield 20 to 30 pounds of grapes per year, enough for fresh eating, juice, and yes, your own DIY wine setup. Who needs Napa? Number 11. Strawberries. Strawberries are basically the golden retrievers of the fruit world. Friendly, adaptable, and wildly productive when they're happy. They grow in almost any climate, from Alaska to Florida, and they don't care if you're a total gardening rookie. They're nearly impossible to kill. The real magic? Strawberries don't grow from seeds like most fruits. They spread through runners, little plant tentacles that reach out and create new plants wherever they touch the ground. So buying one strawberry plant is like getting a lifetime supply. That one plant will turn into dozens every single year. And they'll grow anywhere. Containers, raised beds, hanging baskets, or straight in the ground like fruity ground cover. They don't need perfect soil or constant attention, and they'll even tolerate some shade. Honestly, you could toss them into your yard and walk away. They'd probably still be fruiting when you come back. Best part? They're insanely productive. One plant can give you up to a quart of berries per season. And since they multiply fast, you'll quickly be drowning in strawberries. Say goodbye to overpriced organic berries. And hello to jam, smoothies, pies, and maybe even strawberry toothpaste. Number 10. Blackberries. If strawberries are golden retrievers, then blackberries are the honey badgers of the fruit world. They don't care. They grow anywhere. And once they're in, they're unstoppable. These thorny beasts are so tough, they're considered weeds in some places. That tells you all you need to know about how easy they are to grow. Blackberries thrive in everything from sandy soil to heavy clay. Drought? Fine. Flooding? No problem. Freezing winters or brutal heat? They'll shrug it off. They're like the apocalypse survivors of the fruit world. And here's the kicker. They prefer neglect. Don't fertilize them. Don't baby them. Don't even water them once established. They grow best when you leave them alone. Kind of like a moody teenager. Except this one gives you buckets of berries instead of sass. And boy, do they produce. A single mature cane can give you 5-10 pounds of berries per season, and each year they send up new canes. In just a few seasons, you'll have more blackberries than you know what to do with. Perfect for freezing, baking, jamming, or just snacking straight from the bush. Yes, they spread aggressively through underground runners, but let's be real, too many free blackberries? Not exactly a problem. Number 9. Raspberries. Raspberries are like blackberries' more refined cousin. Same grow-anywhere attitude, just with better manners and way fewer thorns. These little red gems are cold-hardy to -20°F, heat-tolerant up to zone 9, and grow in about 90% of North America without breaking a sweat. What makes raspberries backyard heroes? They fruit on new wood, meaning you can plant them and get berries in the first year. No years-long wait like apples or cherries, just instant gratification. Even better, some varieties fruit twice per year, once in early summer, then again in fall. Types like Heritage and Caroline can keep producing right up until the first hard frost, giving you fresh raspberries well into October or November. They're super easy to propagate too. Raspberries send up new canes from their roots every year, and you can dig those up to start new plants. Basically a raspberry cloning machine in your backyard. And the yields? One plant can produce 1-2 pounds of berries per year, and they multiply fast. In no time, you'll have a patch that turns out gallons of fresh berries. Considering store-bought raspberries run $6 a pint, growing your own could save you hundreds. And they'll taste way better too. Number 8. Gooseberries. Gooseberries are the tough guys of the berry world, rugged, underappreciated, and built to survive where other fruits tap out. They might sound old-fashioned, but these spiny little bushes are fruit-producing machines that thrive in brutal conditions, from northern Canada to desert heat. Cold-hardy to -40 degrees Fahrenheit, gooseberries laugh at winters that kill apple trees. Once established, they're also incredibly drought-tolerant, making them perfect for dry climates or areas with inconsistent rainfall. Climate change? Gooseberries couldn't care less. They're this tough for a reason. They evolved in harsh northern environments, selected by nature to survive extremes. They'll grow in poor soil, partial shade, and with almost no care. Think of them as the Wild West cowboys of the fruit world. For beginners, gooseberries are a dream. They're self-pollinating, disease-resistant, and don't need fancy pruning or spraying. Just plant them, mostly ignore them, and harvest buckets of tart, vitamin C-rich berries every summer. And the berries? Super versatile. Eat them fresh when ripe, or turn them into jams, pies, desserts, even the classic European treat, gooseberry fool. A single mature bush can yield 8–10 pounds of fruit per year. That's a lot of gooseberry goodness for very little effort. Number 7. Elderberries. Elderberries might be trending for their immune-boosting powers, but what most people don't realize is they're also one of the easiest fruiting plants you can grow. These fast-growing shrubs will thrive in almost any soil and start cranking out massive clusters of berries within 2–3 years. Their real superpower? Adaptability. Elderberries grow in wet or dry soil, sun or partial shade, and they're hardy from zones 3 to 9, which covers most of North America. They're basically the Swiss Army knife of fruit bushes. Tough, reliable, and surprisingly low maintenance. And they grow fast, plant one in spring, and by fall you might have a 6-foot-tall shrub. That's instant gratification compared to the waiting game with fruit trees. Once mature, elderberries go wild. We're talking 15–20 pounds of fruit per bush every year. The berries grow in giant, easy-to-harvest clusters that practically fall into your bucket. It's like the plant is doing half the work for you. The best part? Elderberries are a legit superfood, packed with antioxidants, vitamin C, and immune-boosting compounds. That pricey elderberry syrup at the health store? You could make gallons of it from a single backyard bush. It's like growing your own medicine cabinet. Number 6. Currants. Currants are the overachievers of the berry world, compact bushes that crank out loads of tiny, jewel-like berries packed with more vitamin C than oranges. They're perfect for small yards and cold climates. Red and white currants can handle -40 degrees Fahrenheit, and black currants survive down to -47 degrees Fahrenheit. They need cold winters to fruit, so if you've got harsh winters, currants thrive where others fail. They're self-pollinating, disease-resistant, and low maintenance. No sprays, no fuss. Just plant, walk away, and harvest. Each 3–5 feet bush can produce 3–5 pounds of berries per year. They ripen in long clusters all at once, making picking super easy. Red and white are great for jellies and desserts, while black currants have a bold flavor used in European jams and liqueurs. Over there, black currant jam is basically their peanut butter and jelly. Number 5. Hardy kiwi. Here's a surprise. You can grow kiwis in freezing climates. Hardy kiwi, also called kiwiberry, laughs at -25 degrees Fahrenheit winters and still produces smooth-skinned, bite-sized fruits that taste like a mix of grapes and regular kiwi. Best part? No peeling, just pop them like candy. These vines are serious overachievers, shooting up 15 to 20 feet a year and producing up to 100 pounds of fruit once mature. They're packed with vitamin C, disease-resistant, and live for decades. The only trick is you need both male and female plants, but one male pollinates up to 8 females. Do that math, and suddenly your backyard looks like a tropical fruit farm in a snow zone. Number 4. Dwarf apples. Think apples need orchards? Not anymore. Dwarf apple trees stay under 8 feet tall, perfect for small yards, patios, or even containers. Yet each one can pump out 30 to 50 pounds of fruit every year. What makes them game-changing is the variety. There are dwarf apples bred for Alaska's -40 degrees Fahrenheit winters, all the way down to Florida's heat. You can mix and match early, late, sweet, tart, Even grow several kinds side by side in the space of one normal tree. And here's the kicker. Homegrown apples taste nothing like grocery store apples. Picked right from your own tree, they're crisp, juicy, and so sweet they'll ruin store-bought forever. Number 3. Figs. Figs are the hidden gem of backyard fruit. They grow fast, fruit young, and often give you 2 harvests per year, early summer and fall. Some varieties even handle cold temps down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. They're low maintenance too. Drought tolerant, pest resistant, and happy to produce with almost no care. And the variety is wild. Figs that taste like jam, honey, or strawberries, with skin colors from purple to green. Here's the crazy part. Fresh figs cost $8 to $12 per pound in stores. A single tree can give you 30 to 60 pounds. That's hundreds of dollars worth of gourmet fruit growing right outside your door. Number 2. Persimmons. Persimmons are like nature's candy, and the trees are tough as nails. Native American persimmons shrug off minus 25 degrees Fahrenheit winters, live over 100 years, and still pump out sweet orange fruit that tastes like mango mixed with dates. They're basically maintenance-free, drought-tolerant, disease-resistant, and productive without pruning or spraying. A mature tree produces up to 75 pounds of fruit every year. And here's the magic. Persimmons actually get sweeter after frost. When most fruits are long gone, persimmons are just hitting peak flavor, giving you fresh harvests well into winter. Number 1. Service berries. At the top spot, service berries, also called June berries. These native shrubs thrive from Alaska to Georgia, laugh at minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit winters, and don't care about soil, pests, or drought. They're self-pollinating, beautiful, and nearly impossible to kill. By year 2 or 3, they'll start producing, and mature plants give 5 to 15 pounds of berries each June. The flavor? Imagine blueberries with a hint of almond and cherry. They're nutrient-packed, great fresh or dried, and perfect for pies or jams. Bonus: service berries are gorgeous ornamentals with spring flowers, summer berries, and fiery fall color. They feed you and the birds, turning your yard into a mini wildlife haven. And that's the list. Which one of these fruits would you try first? Let me know in the comments. If you learned something new today, hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because we've got even more forgotten plants and backyard food hacks coming up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.